What's going on, everyone? Protopon here, back with a Pokemon type tier list. Uh, Today we're going to be covering the electric type. Thank you to the commenter, Lazarus, for requesting that we should do fairy type next. Um, I'm going to hold off on that one. I'll cover that one in the next video if you guys still want me to keep doing these. Of course, this is only the second video of me doing this, but the reason why I chose the electric type for this video specifically is the other day I came across a post on YouTube asking who is your favorite electric type Pokemon. Now, the electric typing is one of my favorite typings in the entire game, and I couldn't answer this question because there's a lot of good contenders for, oh, I really like this electric type, but there's a lot of electric type Pokemon I just think they're pretty okay as far as how they look or just, I don't know, vibes, I guess. Again, these tier lists aren't based off of how well they do competitively or anything like that. It's just like, would you grab this Pokemon in a playthrough because you think they're cool and like them and kind of stuff like that based off of design or whatever. So let's get right into this. Guys, surprisingly, there's not a lot of electric types in the game. Like, again, we're not covering every single, evolutionary point in a line. So, like, again, we have the Raichu line here. We're not covering Pichu or Pikachu on the board here, right? We're just using this as like the overall placeholder for them. Um, but we're not going to cover every little piece of the evolutionary lines for some of these things. But I just, it's shocking to me, no pun intended, that the rock typing had more than the electric typing at the end of the day. And I honestly think they should have had more rock types come out. I honestly thought they had far more electric types in the game as a whole, and they just don't. So let's get right on into this. We're going to, of course, start off with, more of the Gen 1 stuff slash their clones, and we'll just move on through the list. Um, so starting off with Raichu. I do like Pichu. He's really cute. Gen 2 Pokemon. Raichu, Pikachu, you guys are going to probably think I'm crazy. I never really liked Pikachu. Like, I think he's fine. I think Raichu's okay. Like, it's kind of cool, but it's just, it suffers from that whole, like, Raichu was this, like, middle child and deserved, like, a third form, but they decided to go backwards with Pikachu and make him a baby form of him. And again, I really like Pichu. He's really cute. But Raichu just suffers from that. He kind of is the mid child, but he has to act as the adult. So I don't know. He's like the mid form, but he's really the final form. If you know what I mean. It's just weird. I do like Raichu a little bit better than Pikachu, but that's really not saying too much. But we're gonna take these guys. We're gonna throw them up here in B tier. They are gonna sit here somewhere for a while. Just because they're just all right, you know. Moving on to Golem, you guys already know. As an electric type, I think he does look a little bit cooler, more than his rock type slash ground type form. But again, kind of basic. I think I actually like him a little bit more design-wise. And I do like normal Raichu more than Alola Raichu. I like the rigid edges of the Raichu over the smoothed out round form of the Alolan version, just because as lightning goes, you think more rigid, like just like his tail design. So I do like the spikier edges to it. This isn't saying much. I think, I mean, even though his design's cool, I probably still do like Raichu a little bit better. I think I like Alola Golem a little bit better than Alolan Raichu, though. So we'll do this for the time being. They're probably going to move more towards the middle by the end of this. Moving on, Magnezone here. Magnezone's pretty cool. I'm thinking he's probably going to sit up either towards the high end of B tier, maybe the low end of B tier by the end of this, but for now, let's just set him at the high end of B tier. I think that's pretty good. Electrode. Electrode is sad. Just a big sad for me. He's so mid. He's less than mid. And even his, I mean, it's just like, why? I mean, like, yeah, they redid him recently in Gen 9 and gave him like the grass typing, which is fine and all, like, okay, whatever, but he should have been a steel typing when steel came out, and they just didn't give it to him. But it's literally just an upside down Pokeball, and then like he kind of almost looks more like a bowling ball in this. C tier. I think we're gonna go D tier, and I think maybe just slightly like that better. Yeah, D tier. Electivire is awesome. I always liked Electabuzz from Gen 1, and then they finally gave him the evolutionary form in Gen 4. And this is definitely going to sit in A tier. It might creep up into S tier towards the end of this, depending. We're going to try to save some S tier picks for the end here. Moving on, Jolteon. Jolteon's pretty solid. He's not my favorite EV evolution, but he's definitely up there. He's probably like my third, maybe fourth favorite. He's probably my third favorite EV evolution. But again, both of these are probably going to end up either at the bottom of A tier, but right now let's just put them in B tier. My boy Zapdos. We'll start with Gen 1 Zapdos. Gen 1 Zapdos is definitely going to sit up in A tier. There's no question about it. He's going to be in A tier. They did him dirty, though, in Gen 8. Like, you took my cool flying boy and you stuck him on the ground. You say he's a road runner, but he's almost more like an ostrich, in all honesty, with the size that he is. It's just kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird what they did with his design here. It's still not like super terrible, but I don't think it's A tier worthy. He's definitely cool enough to be in B tier though. Moving on, we have a contender. I love myself a Lantern. Gen 2 again, favorite generation. I can't even put him here because this is how much I like him. He's gonna sit in S tier somewhere. Like, he might be first. I don't know. He's gonna be up here in S tier. We're not even gonna worry about aligning S tier. We're just gonna throw him up there. Ampharos again, Gen 2. I don't think I like him as much as Electivire, but I do really like Ampharos. The whole line. Mareep is such a good like starter electric type, like early game electric type to just grab and grow with throughout the entire game. Flaffy's awesome. Like the whole line, just really like the line. Solid line. Definitely gonna sit here. I do like him better than Zapdos. Call me crazy, I don't care. Raikou. Raikou's an easy S tier for me. I really don't have to say much about it. Raikou is my favorite legendary dog. Just epic design, really cool. Then they did him dirty in Gen 9. I cannot believe, or whatever generation this is. I'm pretty sure this is Generation 9, right? Whatever Rising Bolt thinks it is, what I know it to be is a complete tragedy to my boy Raikou. So I don't know exactly where to put this. I have so many mixed feelings of this. Raikou, whatever. I want to put him in D, but at least it's still got some, like, it's got some good coloration here. This is just weird. I don't mind so much this, but the whole, like, turning him into a giraffe, I'm probably going to put him at the bottom of C. I think it's a tragedy what they did to my boy, but I don't think he's completely D-tier worthy. He at least has some sort of design over Ball here, so whatever. Moving on, we have Gen 3 here. We have Manectric. Electrike and Manectric, very cool. Their shinies are great. This is an easy A tier. It's probably going to be a lower A tier, but I do really like the sound coloration. The yellow and blue, spot on. Plusle and Minun. Pikachu clones. I mean, they're cute. They're cute and all. I probably should have had like a Pikachu clone tier list here instead of maybe like D tier or whatever. I don't know. I should have threw it in here, but Plusle and Minun, they're cute and all. I still probably I do like Pikachu and Raichu better. But it's kind of sad that that's all they gave Gen 3 is the Manectric line and Plusle and Minun. This is why there are so few electric types. Like, look, Gen 1 had Raichu. It didn't even technically have Golem. That came later, so it had Raichu, Magneton, Voltorb, Electrode. Okay, so like Electrode, Electabuzz, Jolteon, and Zapdos. That's like six. That's six, right? 6-ish if you're not counting like pre-evolutions or whatever. We're talking final form, final stages here. Lantern, they added Pichu. The Mareep line, so that's 3. Elekid, so that's 4, at least new electric types. And Raikou, so that's 5. 5 for Gen 2. Then they give you 2 in Gen 3. This is why the electric type isn't filled out as much as it should be. They literally only gave 2 new electric types in Gen 3. That's a tragedy. Moving on, Gen 4 here. I mean, I can't stress this enough. This is one of the most solid designs for an electric type Pokemon that there could be. Again, we're not arranging these yet. We're just putting them into the S tier. Pachirisu. I like better than the entire Pikachu line. I really think this is the cutest Pikachu clone ever created. It's not saying much, but I really do like this design, and I like it better. Like, it's like they gave Ash Pikachu, they never evolved them. Yeah, they gave Pikachu an evolution, but then, like, again, none of the Pikachu clones ever had an evolution. So you cloned a mid-stage form Pokemon and then tried to mimic the nostalgia of Pikachu, and it just didn't work. But like across the board didn't work. But as far as like if you take Raichu and Pichu out of the situation and you're just comparing Pikachu to the rest of them, I actually like Pachirisu a smidge, and I mean a smidge bit better. I do like Pikachu. I just don't like him as much as the community likes to put him up on the pedestal that he's on. Moving on, we have Rotom here. Rotom's pretty fine. He's pretty simple, basic. I mean, he's got the different forms that he can go into. We're not going to cover those. It's just, there's no point there. We're just taking him at his base form, which I do want to bring up. I did make a mistake in my last video with, what the heck is that thing's name? The Silvally, right? Silvally is technically normal at his base form. Just like Arceus, that's why I didn't have Arceus in there. But it completely slipped my mind that Silvally his base form is normal. So both of them will be in the normal video if we ever get to that. But technically, I should not have added him into the rock type. But it probably won't really change even for the normal type regardless. So he's probably still going to be like C tier-ish, whatever. Depending. I don't know. Got to look at the normal types. But yeah, Rotom here. Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. I think we're going to just edge these guys up. And we're going to put them in right here. Again, Alola Raichu, he's fine. I know, like, combat-wise, he's a little bit better than normal Raichu, but again, this isn't really based off of their combat prowess. Moving on, we have Zebstrika here. Really awesome Pokemon. The design is pretty phenomenal. I'm gonna definitely have to put him in A tier here. Probably like that. That's pretty good. Still, you know what? I think I like the design a little bit better than Bird. So we'll do that. That's pretty good. Again, Pikachu clone. He's like a little flying squirrel. He's pretty cute. It's pretty cool. We'll do that. We'll put +1 Minun right next to him. Garvantula, awesome. Love it. Good design. A tier for sure. Joltik's really cute, and Garvantula feels nice. Like, solid 2-stage evolution. Pretty cool. I like it. Definitely going to the A tier for sure. All right, moving on here, we have Electros. Electros, I mean, we all know, very good Pokemon. Combatively, of course. He's got Levitate, which just makes him immune to the only type that would ever be super effective against him. But again, that's battle mechanics, which is really cool for an electric type to have. But I mean, the overall line, like, Tynamo is pretty cute. The in-between thing is just kind of weird. But Electros is all right. I don't think I'm gonna put him in C tier. No, I think B tier. I think B tier is pretty good for him. We'll put him there. Again, these guys. Let's just move these guys up. I do like them. We'll do that. We'll move this over here for now. Moving on, Stunfisk here. This is D. This is a D tier. I don't really have much to say about this. That's just a sad Pokemon right there. Thundurus. This guy is awesome. Probably actually one of the cooler electric type legendaries. He's definitely S tier for me. Very good design. If not S tier, very high A tier, but I'm definitely gonna put him in S tier for me. He's pretty cool. Zekrom here, pretty dope. Again, pretty awesome. Like, Electric Dragon, very good typing together. Really cool, just majestic, like, just all black. It's almost like this shimmering steel black kind of dragon. Really cool looking. Gonna probably put him high A tier, like higher in the A tier here for sure. Like him better than Zapdos, but I still think I like the coloration and overall design of Zebstrika a little bit better. So we'll put him here. I think the A tier might be getting filled up a little bit more than last time. We had a lot in B tier and C tier last time for the rock types. But moving on, Heliolisk I have a lot of respect for. I did a playthrough in Shield where I used all stone evolution types, and he had to be on my team. So I do have a respect for this guy. He is pretty decent. I do like his design. Do I like it? I think I'm gonna have to move these guys over. He's probably just a little bit more than Rotom for me. Just a little bit though. We'll do this. We'll move him like this. I think I like the Golem a little bit better. So that's that. And then Dedenne, goodness gracious, Pikachu clone. Like, I get it, he's like fairy typing too, but like they made it look almost more like this is probably the like Pikachu with Raichu's coloration. It's just like I don't know. This is I can't put him in D tier because he's too cute for D tier, but again, it's a Pikachu clone. Vikavolt, goodness, this is one of the best for sure. Again, these aren't in any particular order yet. We will do that at the end. I'm just going to move them up here for space's sake. Oricorio is an interesting... it's an interesting example. Like, okay, so like Arceus and Savali, it's kind of like that where it has different forms, but it doesn't have a base form. It's flying mixed with other different typings. So I do have to put this in here. It's okay. I think I like it a little bit better than Dedenne, but that's not saying much. And oddly enough, as goofy as this is, and how dirty they did my boy, I think I like it just better than these two guys for sure. Moving on, Togedemaru is pretty solid as a Pikachu clone. Steel typing is great. It's pretty bulky. It's fine. It's decent. Definitely lower than Plusle and Mina and these guys. I definitely like these guys better than this. I struggle between. I do like the overall generic cute design of Plusle and Minun, but the flying squirrel aspect is the only thing that is saving the Emolga here. So yeah, that's about where that's at. Moving on, we have Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko's pretty solid. I definitely don't think I'm going to put him in B tier, but I think I like it better than this. So we're put him high B tier, so he's definitely not going in A tier. Xurkitree is weird. Honestly, it's not as weird as the poor decision they did to my boy, but that's not saying much. I'm gonna probably have to put him down here somewhere in C tier. It's not terrible. It's like quite a interesting concept, so I'll give it C for concept. This is a great design. A tier. Almost. No, I don't think S tier, but I do like it a lot, but not S tier worthy. Probably gonna sit Zerazora. Probably. Again, he's got like the blue and the black. I think with the yellow. I think it's probably gonna sit there in the A tier for me. Probably gonna have to shrink this a bit. Boltund, or Bolthound. Boltund, however you want to say it, Boltund. B for Bolt. I like it better than this. Like, it's a simple design. I do like the Pokemon. It's a good he's a good doggo. He's a good boy. I like the simplicity of this over the intricate detailings of this. I don't know. They're both fine. Like this is fine for what they did with them, but I definitely like Boltund better design wise. I definitely like Electros better than this, so we'll do that. We're moving this up. I just think they did such a weird thing with this. Raichu, definitely the Golem I like better. I think that's probably where that's gonna end. We'll bring these guys over for the time being. I think that's pretty good. This is gonna come as a pair, and they're definitely gonna be up in here in the A tier. We'll put them right here, I guess. I do like the yellow a little bit better, but they're gonna be a tied place here for sure. All right, yeah, Toxicity, awesome Pokemon, awesome. A for awesome. Moving on to a disaster of a Pokemon, Pincurchin. I don't know. If you're a big fan of Pincurchin, like kudos to you. This thing, I don't know why it's an electric type. It's a sea urchin. If you're not going to give it the water type, you should have made it pure poison, because sea urchins are highly poisonous. I think I would definitely like Electrode better, but I will give it credit. It's better than the Stunfisk, so we'll put it there. Okay, another Pikachu clone that is actually at least decent. Morpeko or Morpeko, however you want to say it. I'm going to put him down here. Actually, I like Morpeko or Pico, however you want to say it, slightly, ever so slightly more than Alolan Raichu, so we'll do this. But I definitely like Rotom's design better than Morpeko. Continuing on, Dracozolt. I know Dracozolt is a pretty one of the better fossils from Gen 8. We all know that the Dragon Water one is Dracovish is the best one out of the four combat wise. They all look kind of goofy, but Dracozolt, I'm probably going to have to put in the C tier. We're going to do these both. I do actually like Arctozolt's design, probably the best out of the four. I'm going to put him in B tier. Actually really like his design. We're just gonna take these three. No, that's four. We're gonna move them down. Get Heliolisk here. We'll do that. That seems about right for me. I cannot get this Rotom. There we go. Move him over. There we go. It's just really goofy in all honesty. Do I like it better than... I actually like the Pikachu clones a little bit better when it comes to those three, or technically four. Yeah, we'll put them there for now. Regieleki is a phenomenal addition to the Regiline. Pretty basic, solid, just pure electricity. I do like that. That is actually really cool. We're going to grab about all of... I can't do it that way. Let's grab about... we'll have to do this the smart way. We'll grab these 4, we'll move them down. We'll grab this. I think we're gonna put them right here. Right there in like the middle of B tier. Seems pretty good for it. We're gonna go on to the Pawmot, the Pawmo and Pawmot line. I mean, Pawmi's pretty cute, but Pawmot is just, I don't know, the whole line, it's probably C tier worthy. I'll probably put him under here. I think I actually like Dracozolt or Dracozolt better. Don't really have much to say about the Gen 9 stuff. I mean, actually I do. The Belly Bolt here, honestly, this can go to the top of D tier. I think that's fair, because I just think it is. At least it's a slightly more interesting design than the rest of them in D tier, but it's still kind of like whatever. Moving on, Kilowattrel is actually a pretty sick looking bird. I mean, he's black and white, such a good, or black and yellow, I should say. I mean, he's pretty basic, looking for a bird, but that's not bad. The coloration, I mean, black and yellow just goes really well together. I actually really do like this. I'm probably going to put him... I don't know where to put him, actually. I think I'll actually put him right between Regieleki and Pachirisu here. I cannot get this. There we go. Electros here for the life of me. Let's do that. That's good. Get this. There we go. We'll do that. That's looking pretty good. Moving on. Sandy Shocks. Why did they do this to Magneton? It's not as terrible as these guys, but we're going to put that there. I don't really have much to say on that. Iron Hands I actually like better than normal Horiyamu. So this actually, it's probably going to go next to Magnezone, actually. That's a pretty good looking design, if we're going to be fair about it. Let's move these guys over. Let's throw him up over here, right next to him. I do like Magnezone still, probably better. I guess I would really have to do a playthrough with this, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get that game, so I really don't care that much. But design-wise, pretty solid. Yeah. So anyway, you guys already know I love Tyranitar. This was up in S tier for Rock. It is not going to change here for Electric. Again, we're gonna have to switch these guys around. And finally, not Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt's here. Miraidon, awesome. Definitely not gonna sit in S tier, but this is a very solid design. He's probably gonna sit at the top of A tier. I think that's pretty fair. Again, Electric Dragon, awesome. If I were to get a Gen 9 game, it would definitely have to be Violet. But with all this said, done, and out of the way, guys, let's figure out my top of the top, my S tier picks here. This is really hard. It's not actually going to go to Iron Thorns here. Man, this is hard. I really love my Lantern Gen 2 here. But I honestly think it's going to be Luxray, followed by Raikou, then probably followed by Lantern, Vikavolt, Thundurus, and then the Iron Thorns. I think that's it. These three are very close, though. But you really got to hand it to Luxray. I think Luxray is going to take it, guys. He is just such a solid design. Like a lot of people, I really think they should have gave him the dark type as well, but pure electric, I mean, is perfectly fine too. He's just a solid looking mon all around. I really like my Lantern. Water type is my favorite Pokemon type. The fusion of water and electric. Having a Lantern have Volt Absorb to mitigate electric as a damage type against itself, making it only weak to ground and grass is so much better than having 3 weaknesses. Of course, that's a battle thing. We're really not basing this off of battle statistics or anything. But Lantern is just such a solid, simple design. Love it. Gen 2. The 2 of the top 3 are Gen 2s. Gen 4 here for Luxray, though, is going to take it. Vikavolt is one of the most solid bug types. He's definitely going to be in very high in S tier probably when we get to bug types, if we get to doing bug types. Again, if you guys like these tier lists, please leave it in a comment below and I'll keep doing them. But I think that is going to wrap it up for the electric type here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you're new and checking out the channel and you like this content, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you always know exactly when I drop an episode to the channel of whatever it is that I'm doing. That way you can get in on the action as soon as it's happening. Guys, again, next time, because at least Lazarus, you said do fairy typing, so I will at least do the fairy typing. But if you guys, again, want me to keep doing these tier lists, leave it in a comment below and I will keep bringing them out to you guys. So until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Take care. I'm Protopon. Peace.